What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Samdukez with another FrostDK vid. So this video is not going to be about PvP, but I do promise that I will keep up the PvP content after this video, and I'll release one in the upcoming week as well. This is going to be about the FrostDK artifact challenge. It is kind of late since it came out, but I noticed that a lot of FrostDKs don't even have the artifact challenge. It is harder for FrostDKs compared to other classes, but it is doable, completely doable actually, especially now with the item levels being a little bit higher. It's just straight up mechanics. Once you understand it, you'll be fine. What I didn't like about the artifact challenge is that legendaries can influence it so much that it kind of takes away from the challenge part, and I'll explain what I mean. Before that, let's get into what talents I took. I took Murderous Efficiency, Freezing Fog, Hungering Rune Weapon, Binding Sleet, and it's like another interrupt basically. It's on demand. White Walker, Gathering Storm, and Breath of Samdukez. Alright. These are not the only things you can take. This is what I personally took. Alright. I also got Drums, which is, if you don't know what that is, it's like a hero, a time warp, that you use in raids and stuff. And I also took Nightborn Delicacy Platter to get that mastery up. And the reason I say mastery is because you're going to be needing to kill like ads as soon as they pop up and stuff, and not like it doesn't line up with your burst all the time. So you're going to need that mastery to get those Howling Blasts to actually, give you good damage. Prolonged Power, which is awesome. It's like for the burst, you use it on every burst. You can use it more than once, which is great. The Strength Flask, and you don't have to use Defiled Augment Rune. Depends on your item level, honestly. So that's basically it for that. Now for phase 1, this is what I took. Which legendaries I took? I took the Samdukez Fury, the legs, and that's so our dragon will be on a 2.5 minute cooldown, and also does a freeze, which is basically like a stun. And I also took Cold Heart. Now Cold Heart is actually pretty interesting. I honestly had this for a while and I just never used it. But it is really good in PvE, that is, and World PvP. World PvP, this shit is so OP. So basically, your Chains of Ice is going to do damage, and it goes up to stacks of 20, right? And 20, it does, let's see, 67.7 Shadow Frost damage times 20 basically. And also, if you use it at 20 stacks, you can use it at any stack, but if you use it at 20 stacks, it also freezes the target as well. So this is actually really good for this artifact challenge, because like, let's say you mess up and you need a kick or something like that, you can just use this, because most likely you'll have it at 20. Now I could have used it, like while I was doing it, I could have used it a lot more often than I did, but I'm not used to using Chains of Ice as a damage thing, so it's, it's going to be tough to get used to a little bit, but if you think about it, you'll do it, right? And for the second phase, I switched to Chains and Breath. That's what I call it. It's the same, it's the chest piece, which is a Cold Heart, and the Breath of Samdukez basically ring, which gives you 2 charges of Hungering Rune Weapon, so I could keep a breath for a longer burst. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Alright, let's get into the video now. Alright guys, so this is when you phase in to the challenge. My power will be limitless. Let's get right to it. Okay, so in the beginning, you just get, I popped the Prolonged Power, and you get a burst as soon as you can. So just pop everything. You only have a short window to do this. Okay, over here, these ice things, you cannot touch them. You have to kill them before you walk forward. Otherwise, you do get 1 shot. It's not like you just hurt yourself. You get 1 shot. So you got to grip him in as soon as you can, and you got to kick him. Try to kick him at, like, when his cast is about to go off, right? Don't use your like freezes and all that stuff. Actually, in this part you can, because it's early on, but you gotta need those freezes later on, because they count as an interrupt. Okay, so same thing. over here. Alright, and when I say freeze, it's the Chains of Ice if you have that legendary, and the Dragon if you have the Legs legendary. Right now, and remember, death striking is important. You have to keep death striking until you're tapped off, basically. We'll call this the ice phase. Alright, gripping him in as soon as you can. Usually after you grip him in, you can interrupt his first cast. It should be up by then. So I did this at 3 in the morning, so I'm a little bit sloppy. I also only read one thing on it, so I was just doing, like, winging it basically. So that phase that we just saw, you basically gotta have AMS and Wraithwalk, and there's gonna be those glittery things, as you can tell. And over there you're going to basically just AMS, Wraithwalk to the glittery thing, and he'll pop up. Over here you have to interrupt the barrage, and then these shadow things, they cannot touch you. If they do touch you, it does take a huge chunk of your health. If you're full HP, it will bring you to like 10%. So if you're not full HP, you die. Dark Power, you gotta interrupt it. If you don't have an interrupt, use the Blinding Sleet or like a freeze. So he's got to port away, you gotta just go to him. Now that's why you always have to make sure you have health, because like when he's that far away, he's getting his cast off. So I froze him over here because I don't want to take extra damage. Over here, if you don't have AMS, you can kill one of those things, those ads, and stay inside that circle. It'll heal you up to full if you're not already full, and then make your way to the glitter thing. In my case, I had AMS up in 3 seconds, so that's why I waited a little bit. So dodging the shadow orbs. Now he's gonna start doing frostbolt. Now over here, your whole point is to get him below 10% to start the next phase 3. So ice things, it's like a combination. And these things proc your death strike, so you can kill them if you want to play it safe and just death strike with the proc to heal a lot. So right now I got a proc as well, so I'm gonna grip him in, and yeah. So as you can tell, I was doing so much damage that I couldn't even get to heal myself. So what I'm going to do once the next phase starts is right away IBF and heal up to full because of our artifact trait. So this is phase 3. This is the burst phase basically. You're not going. I wouldn't burst him right away. Now I did mess up before because I bursted a lot earlier than I was supposed to. But it's okay, it's doable. Alright, so over here, just hitting him right now. Death strike with the IBF to get that full heal. So I'm just hitting him right now. The reason I'm not going to burst him yet is because I want to wait till he spawns these ads. And those ads have to go down. So you want to start the burst then, if anything. You should vamp up to it. I didn't have breath off cooldown yet, so I didn't even think of it. But now it should come up as soon as the ads come. So when this thing happens, run as far as you can because that's where they spawn. And now you gotta start the burst. So I started the burst over here. Breath of Samdukez. And that purple stuff, you cannot stand on it. As you can tell, I took so much damage. The reason for that is because he's pretty far away from me, but he was hitting me, so he wasn't moving, so I kept going closer than I was supposed to. Anyway, I brought him out. You just gotta be careful for that. He himself, I believe, does not do that much damage, so you can, you know, risk just frost striking and stuff, even if you're low. But you gotta be careful. If that purple thing hits you and you don't notice it, you're gonna die if you're really low. I was playing it safe because I could have killed him a lot sooner. Because I didn't know exactly what to expect. Like, I didn't watch any videos or anything. So same thing. Now the purple thing happens again, you gotta run as far as you can, because wherever you end up running, that's where they spawn. So if you're really close, they're gonna spawn next to him and they're gonna catch up to him. And I believe they buff him or something. But I didn't want to find out. So over here, I saved the dragon in case, and I waited till they got closer so I could hit him as well. And I kill him. Kill that ad. Okay, now he's gonna come. Now remember, the reason why you need like a heavy burst for this is because you're soon gonna run out of space, and the purple thing's gonna consume the whole platform, and you'll just die if you didn't kill him yet. So over here I realized, I was like, alright, you know what, let me just go for it. So I started hitting him and stuff, because Death Striking is not gonna get me anywhere. And that's it. That's all there is to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and there is going to be a PvP video coming out soon. Alright guys, and yeah, until next time, if you haven't already though, thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Peace.